we've got a kind of an exciting topic this week, at least for me. It's remotes for our boat lifts. So selfishly, on my dock, I have the biggest pain in the butt because it's a big, heavy dock. Pull out, I have to sit there in front of the dock for all of 5 minutes, bringing the lift back up, because it would be bad if the dock builder's dock gets squirrel caged from bouncing in the wave. So I actually get the lift back out of the water. And so this winter, we were at the Dock Expo in Nashville and ran across some folks that we've known for a long time, Premier Remotes. There's got to be a better solution. We've been using the same technology for the last 34 years, and surely there's something we can do. And lo and behold, these guys have been killing it. And we've been able to finally get together and bring this remote to Lake Martin and to all of you guys, no matter who your builder is or if you want to do it yourself. But something where we can retroactively fix and replace the existing control box for everybody's lifts. And so for me, it's exciting because it does two things. One, I'm lazy, and so I can just hit a button and it goes where it needs to go. But two, there's a safety aspect that's really important to a lot of our customers, because sitting there and holding onto the boat and holding onto a remote or bobbing in front of their lift in the middle of a channel, possibly waiting on their lift to go down or go up, can be problematic. So tell me a little bit about kind of how you guys got started and what brought you into this industry, and then we'll talk about some of the features.
Yeah, so I appreciate you letting me come out and talk a little bit about the product. Like you said, we are the first Wi-Fi controller out there. So we were sitting actually at a round table just like this, and we were just thinking, hey, why can't you control your lift from your phone? And lo and behold, here we are. We've came out with this product. Not only does it control your lift, but it'll also control lighting, and has a lockout mode to where it locks the front panel out, and you're able to individually level each motor from an app on your phone. I can control my vacuum cleaner, my truck, pretty much everything, now from the phone. So we're like, it's 2024. Times come that this needs to be out there, and so we came up with it. The RF remotes, like you were talking about before, it's just old school technology, and with the marine industry moving more into technology and safety, this has to be done. We're very proud of our product. We're out of Jacksonville, Florida, and we are happy to be here at Lake Martin in Alabama, and hopefully get a bunch of these sold on the lake, and everybody will be controlling their lifts from their phone now.
One of my pet peeves is the remotes that we have to use currently. It's old technology. The remotes are stupid expensive. Half of them aren't even waterproof, so we hand them to somebody to put in their boat and go drive in the rain. And easy to drop into the lake. The one thing we figured out that people generally don't drop in the lake is their phone. So I think that would solve a problem for our customers, which would be pretty exciting. And one of the biggest things we keep coming back around to is, safety on the water, and kind of peace of mind that someone knows how to operate the lift correctly. Because, a lift is simple, but it also can be dangerous in the wrong hands. So, for me, it's like if I'm letting the nephew or the niece borrow the boat, how do I know they're not bottoming out the lift on the lake bed and squirreling up the cables? How do I know they're not going all the way through the ceiling because they're not paying attention? So when you said, there's a limit, so if I understand that correctly, when I push the button and say send the lift up, it knows where to stop. When I say go to the bottom, it knows where to stop. So I don't really have to worry about that anymore. I just run the lift like it's supposed to be.
Correct. Yeah. So, industry standard states that an auto run feature that our remote control has, that you have an upper limit and a lower limit. So with a touch of a button, you leave, you can hit up, it's going to take it back up to the upper limit, and vice versa. So when you're getting the boat ready or getting the wakeboard ready or the cooler ready with some cold beverages, you can start hitting down on your iPhone and it can be at loading zone and stop it. Everybody can get on. You keep dropping the lift and you're off having a great day. And then when you're pulling out, you just hit up. Like you said, you don't have to wait on it. You don't have to sit there with a remote, do circles, which is a safety concern a lot of times. That's a pretty big safety concern in Florida, and here on the lake, I'm sure you get a lot of traffic, and those docks in the traffic zone. Why not be able to leave the restaurant or the hangout spot and hit down on your lift, and it's ready whenever you pull up.
one of the cool features we liked about this is it introduces the ability to have up to 3 light controls in the box. How have you seen people use that in different installs around the country?
Yeah, so with our box, you're able to control up to 3 circuits, 800 watts, which, people use it in different ways. They come in from a all-day boating excursion and, you're turning the corner and you can light your whole dock up like a Christmas tree. Not only can you control the lift going down, you can light up the dock. So you kind of know where you're going, gives you a reference point on where your dock is. And also, just coming down from the lake house in the morning, or it's dark out at night and you want to turn the lights on, see what's going down at the dock, from our app you just press the lighting circuit that you want to light up and boom, it's lit.
The sad part is there's been a couple of times at night where you see a boat kind of trolling around and really close to your dock and you're kind of wanting to know what's going on. It'd be kind of fun to be able to turn the lights on.
Freak them out a little bit.
Freak them out a little bit and hopefully they're not on your dock. So another feature that we saw at the show was your level control. So our existing controllers for the high tide actually has the ability to level the lift, but it's a little bit manual. It's a little bit tough sometimes for our customers. And the sad part is you adjust it, then you have to walk over there and look and see if you did a good job, adjust. How have you guys approached that?
Yeah, so like you're saying, you have to be at the box or the controller. You hit the button, like you said, you got to reach around the corner or ask your wife or somebody around you, how's that look? Well, with our box here, or our controller, you're able to stand back from afar, level it. Sometimes, it's a little bit out of level, so you can just, with the touch of a button, control each individual motor and level it from afar, from right there, from in front of it. If you're out on the boat, you can level it out there. There's essentially no distance to where you can't level your boat.
So when you think about the lockout feature, I'm assuming there's a code you use to unlock it. How does that work and how do you do that?
Yeah, so all that's done through our app. So we've came up with an app and you log into your app. You obviously can control the lift. You have the lighting circuits, which we talked about. You have the front panel lockout button there, which press of a button, it locks the front panel out. You can unlock it the same way. The level control page is there, and it allows you to see if you're on your upper and lower limit as well on the app.
So is it fair to say, so sorry to interrupt you there,
Yep.
but so I've locked out the panel, so it's kind of dark. Now, if I just walk up to this panel or somebody else walks up to this panel, they can't open it up and just start operating the lift.
Yeah, so it shuts down all access to be able to control the lift from the front panel there. Until you unlock that front panel again, you cannot gain access to your lift. So it kind of gives you a peace of mind that, hey, I'm done boating for today, or, I'm going out of town, I'll lock it down, and, no more padlock. It's just locked out from the app.
So what if I'm out of town, but I want, hey, the kids are in town or my brother's going to use the place. Is there any, I can unlock it from afar, obviously, because it's on my phone. Is there any way for me to know if it's being used?
Yeah, so with you unlocking it, that gives them access to the lift from the front panel, and then you'll know when they're using it. So when they hit down on the front panel button there, it's going to send you a push notification directly to the user's phone. So it's going to pop up and say, hey, ski boat is moving down. And if you don't have anybody there that that's using that boat, you have an issue. But no, yeah, so it does send you push notifications directly to your phone, it moving up or down, and kind of gives you the peace of mind that your asset's safe.
That's awesome. So when you tell the kids they can't borrow the boat this weekend, you'll know when the boat disappears.
Correct.
It's going to be tough for this next generation, I think.
Yeah, the teenagers are out of luck on that. No
That's
more
awesome.
stealing the boat.
So obviously we're carrying this here on Lake Martin. We want to make this available to everybody. So if you want to do this yourself, I think it's possible for a DIY kind of thing, or is that recommended?
Yeah, so we do have instructions on the website, www.premierremotes.com. Kind of goes through the whole installation process, and it has all the app features on there. We have videos on YouTube as well to, replace certain remotes that are out there. We do a full swap of a gym remote, I believe, on YouTube. Kind of goes, through some of the features, that we do offer with our system.
Awesome. Somebody smart will put a link somewhere here so you guys can figure all that fun stuff out. And obviously down in the description, we'll have some links to Premier. I think it's an amazing product. I think it's going to be a game changer here on Lake Martin. And we're looking forward to seeing a lot more of these remotes out there and folks being able to enjoy the water a little bit more than standing around waiting for the lift to go up and down. So again, thanks for all the time. Thanks for all the information. It's been awesome, and we look forward to working together.
Absolutely. I do want to add, if anybody has any questions, we have a great customer service team. You can always call us at 904-290-1169 for any questions or anything, concerns that you may have that they can't answer. Please give us a shout.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody.